Hi guys, it's Li Hui and welcome back to another episode of Just Little Things in Life podcast. Today I'm going to share with you my piano learning journey. Have you all learned any musical instrument before? Like piano, guitar, violin, cello? Let me know in the comments below, okay? Let's dive right into today's topic. So I've been learning piano since I was 5 years old. So it definitely has been a long time. It has been more than 15 years of learning. So wow, that's quite a long time, right? How can I stick with one thing for more than a decade and not get bored with it? No, I'm just kidding. I did get bored with it before, but definitely not now. I enjoy music a lot right now. I can't live without music. So let's start off the story with the first half of my piano learning journey, which is the first 8 years. I was also the same as most kids. I started learning piano because my parents thought I should, and they thought that learning piano will be good for a child. But I don't think they actually know what the actual benefits of learning piano, what is the scientific stuff behind the benefits of piano. They don't know how it does to the human brain. All these scientific stuffs, I don't think they know. I think they just heard from their friends like, oh, learning piano is good for your child. Kids that play piano are smarter, they can score better in exam, blah, 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 blah. So I ended up in a piano class when I was 5 years old with 8 students and a 30-year-old woman who called herself my piano teacher. But let me tell you honestly, I hated playing the piano. I hated so much. I just felt like the music did not connect with me. And I couldn't understand what is the teacher talking about. Not to mention the notes and signs on the music sheet. Every piano class felt like a torture to me. And every time my parents forced me to practice, it was like pushing me to hell. That's how much I hated music. Not only the piano, the musical instrument, but the whole damn thing. I hated music so much. Because I didn't want to practice, or I didn't practice, I was the slowest learner and the lousiest student in the class. The teacher, the student, and the student's parent, they didn't like me. When you are in a group class, the teacher has very, very limited time to teach each student. It's like dividing a pizza into 8 slices. Each of the student only gets less than 10 minutes time, which is extremely little and definitely insufficient teaching time for the student. So if you want to make full use of the class time, you as a student, you ought to practice and prepare yourself before the class. So in the class, you only show the teacher your work, and the teacher will point out where you played wrongly and where you can improve. You definitely should not practice in front of a teacher. And that's what I did. What you should not do in a group class is that you must never go into the class unprepared. And when the teacher asks you to show her your playing, you said you don't know how to play a single note, and then the teacher would need to force herself to practice with you and waste other students' time. But that's pretty much what I did for 8 years. It was bad, right? It's not only bad, it was terrible. It was an awful learning attitude, and no wonder my teacher and parents were disappointed in me, and my friends and their parents disliked me a lot. I can feel that actually. Then I remembered when I was 12 years old or 13 years old, my parents decided to withdraw me from the piano class. I vaguely remembered that they thought that with my shitty learning attitude, where I never practiced at all, literally 8 years, I don't think I practiced more than 1 hour for 8 years. Even tomorrow is the exam, I still don't practice. And constant complaints from my teacher, and sometimes their parents will also complain a little. I think my parents, they feel ashamed of me. They think that I would never be good at playing piano. Actually, I thought that too that time. I totally understand them actually. I mean, looking back right now, I understand them totally. If I were them, my own kids is performing that bad in something that's so expensive and still don't want to put in effort to practice, I probably would also pull my kids out from the class after a few months' time. I think it's not only the money has gone wasted, but disappointment too. People often say that you don't truly appreciate what you have until you lose it, until it's gone. And that is what happened to me exactly. So when my mom went to the counter to withdraw me from the program, it was like a lightning bolt strike on me. My body froze, and all the regrets, they come to me at once. I can't recall whether I begged my mom or not to let me continue to learn piano, but I think I did. I don't think that it's persuasive enough because you've been such a bad student. How can a parent still continue to let you do that and waste the money? But I remembered, definitely remembered, that I practiced so hard that day, hoping my parents can see me, my slightest effort. At that time, I didn't know why my father insisted to let me continue my piano class. And for some reasons that I'm too scared to discover, even until now, he didn't give up on me. So thanks, Fa. Thank you so much. It was that time where I started to practice piano, not as frequent as everyday practice like right now, but at least I was practicing a decent amount of time a week and I was putting effort in it. But I still feel that I owe my piano teacher a sorry, teacher Maggie. I was an ungrateful brat, and that teacher was a good teacher. She's such a good teacher. And I let her down more than everyone I could think of. Also, to my friends, I wasted your precious class time because I was too lazy and didn't even bother to touch the piano when I had the time actually. It was such a painful and shameful story of my childhood, but it was also a turning point in my life. I started to change and I got better in learning piano, playing it also. And I actually started to enjoy music when I feel practicing can eventually lead to a better playing. But there's still something inside me that didn't change, and I would like to leave that part in our next episode. So please look forward to our next episode on next Wednesday. I don't want you all to miss out the second half of the story, which is also quite interesting as well. So that's all for today, and today's song recommendation is Love Is Gone by Slender and Dylan Matthew. Hope you enjoy it, and goodbye!